Now some redness on the bridge of the nose of Carl Froch. Froch very quirky in terms of how he approaches his fighting. His hands are down. He punches from different angles. He can go backwards and forwards. Very proud of the development of his style based on being a European fighter. He fights more like the Americans.
Yes, he does, in a lot of ways. But when I look at Froch, I see no thrills, no frills. I mean, the guy seems to be as basic as they come, but he's just a winner.
Kessler trying to put a combination together, and that's the end of the second round.
Listen, Nico, you just started doing the right things now. You're a little more aggressive, and I don't. You're going to size on him behind that jab and right hand and shoot hooks. Don't leave. Give me those Vaseline. I want you to do this, bro. I want you to
Kessler right hand gets in right toward the end of the round, and then Froch is able to come with his own right hand. This fight boils down to which one is going to land the biggest of the right hands. And again, there's Kessler trying to get that punch in. The jabs by both men are meant to set up those big right hands. Who will get there first and most powerfully with it.
Round 3 for the WBC Super Middleweight World title here in the Super 6 World Boxing Classic. Mikkel Kessler in white, the challenger. Carl Froch, the champion, in the black trunks. Kessler suffered the worst defeat of his career with that 11th round technical decision loss to former U.S. Olympic gold medalist Andre Ward, which cost him the WBA super middleweight belt.
Stylistically, we thought this matchup would end up being an intriguing one, and so far it shows some evidence of that. Both men able to land, both men able using very similar weapons, and they're kind of mirror images of each other right now.
Kessler with very tight defense. He's been the stalker from the very beginning. Froch fighting, backing up. Now Kessler trying to go to the body. What's the body work doing for Mikkel Kessler?
Well, he's investing right now. He's putting money in the bank because that was a great straight right hand to the body. Very powerful shot. The body shots weaken your legs. It takes zaps you of your strength and your energy. So that's why if the fight goes late, he'll be able to have Carl Froch immobilized, basically.
You know, Kessler's a fighter who's had injuries to his back, to his elbow, to his hands, and there was the worry that maybe he was a fighter that was growing old and injuries were starting to take their toll on him. He's shown a lot of zeal early in this fight, and physically he's got a lot of pep in this fight, and that's what he wanted to show.
Aside from his loss to Andre Ward, his only other loss in his career coming to the great Joe Calzaghe.
Yeah, certainly no shame there, that's for sure. One of the best super middleweights of all time.
Come on, let's go.
In round 2, as here in round 3, Kessler's been more active than Froch, and that's possibly what might be winning him this round like the last one.
Yeah, but it seems as if Froch's getting a little closer. He landed a good right hand earlier in the round. But Al, you mentioned with Kessler maybe getting old. A year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, Mikkel Kessler had one of the best 1-2 combination punches that you want to see. Now it seems like he's pushing that right hand. He's not zipping it right behind the right hand.
That's a really good point.
26 seconds remaining in the third round, scheduled for 12 from the MCH Center in Herning, Denmark. Site of the WBC Super Middleweight World title between Carl Froch and Mikkel Kessler in the Super 6 World Boxing Classic. Round 3 coming to an end. Pretty even so far. Now you can follow the Super 6 World Boxing Classic in a new interactive way by playing our bracket challenge game on sports.show.com. Fill out your own bracket and pick the champion as the tournament progresses. Compete with others for points based on correct predictions and enter the sweepstakes for a chance to win a trip for 4 to the Super 6 Championship in 2011. Go to sports.show.com and start playing now.
Keep doing it, all right? Don't wait for him, man. All I want you to do is be yourself, Mako. You're too good. He misses you and you let him get away. You're hitting the body nice, but I want you to start doing combinations. The jab is not only one jab.
Gus Johnson, Al Bernstein, the champ Antonio Tarver. Close fight so far, gentlemen.
It really is, and part of it is because both men have been very active, and both men using many of the same weapons and being effective in spots.
Kessler, Froch come out for the 4th round. And notice Carl Froch, he likes to keep his hands down low, enticing his opponents into thinking he's easy prey, and then he really can set up his punches this way. Now he's using the shoulder for defense, trying to defend the jab.
Yeah, I think his movement more so is his defense, but he just throws that jab from any angle. There's several ways that you can deliver a jab, and right now he's bringing it from the bottom.
Kessler in white, Froch in black. Kessler, by virtue of his 1st round loss on the road to Andre Ward, is pointless. Carl Froch beating Andre Durrell, split decision, has an opportunity with the win here to become the points leader and also advance to the semifinals. If he wins, he will advance.
Point to remember is that Carl Froch is a notoriously slow starter in fights, and we saw it against Jermaine Taylor. We've seen it in other fights. So as we head into these middle rounds, we would expect him to pick up the pace a bit even more.
Froch telling us that he will win and defend his title by any means necessary. Therefore, we've seen sometimes he doesn't have the skill level. Oh, beautiful right hand by Froch, right on the button of Kessler. But sometimes, in terms of the speed, he doesn't have it, but his heart and determination and fortitude, incredible.
And sometimes that's all it takes. You know, when a more skillful, naturally gifted athlete fights a guy that has the guts like Carl Froch, sometimes that athleticism goes out the window because his heart is just bigger.
Now Carl Froch starting to gain confidence. His punches starting to find Kessler here in the 4th round.
An active 4th round. Both men landed good shots, but Froch landed a big uppercut a moment ago. It's a great punch for him. We didn't see it in the Durrell fight at all.
That Mikhail Kessler jab is still working, and it's very effective. And it's a lost art. I don't know why I don't even do it myself. They can counter over top of that jab, either one of their jabs, with the right hand. It's a risky move, but it does pay dividends.
Froch coming in wild. He may have caught a right hand, a looping right hand by Kessler. Raising the top of his head. Now Kessler with the left hook that gets in. Kessler starting to step up the tempo. Punching with more aggression as now he steps off, and that's the end of the 4th.
Bit out the way now. Okay, have a drink. Put your legs out. Ice bag on his head. Listen, put your legs out. Deep breath. Listen. Just like that. Yeah. Don't hold your feet. Sort it out. Don't hold your feet. You listen. Don't hold your feet because you'll punch down the middle, okay? We've got to be busier with the jab and the right hand and the movement now, okay? Do you understand me? Jab, right hand, left up movement, all right? Have a drink. If you hold your feet, he'll just punch.
Robert McCracken giving that advice to Carl Froch. Froch landed this freight train right hand. The best he's landed in this fight. Kessler was able to withstand it. That and a big uppercut later in the round.
What does hold your feet mean?
I have to think that means hold your position. I mean, don't allow this guy to dictate position to you in the ring. If he wants to back you up, don't allow him to.
We'd like to thank Viasat for this coverage coming from Denmark. Gus Johnson, Al Bernstein, the Magic Man, four-time world champion Antonio Tarver with us. The Super 6 World Boxing Classic, round 5, scheduled for 12 for the WBC Super Middleweight title here at the Super 6 World Boxing Classic.
You can feel the pace picking up, and here's the wild card. It's the left hook, and there it is by Froch. Both men are starting to throw left hooks. Froch has got there first.
And Froch even told us, Al, that he is not necessarily impressed with his own left hook.
And neither is Kessler's at his major punch. But I thought that punch was going to come in play, and it did just when I was saying it.
Kessler is reaching him with the 1-2 to the body. I think he needs to bring that up top now.
We know both men are good right-handed punchers. We saw a good one. But now Froch has introduced the left hook to the equation.
Kessler still jabbing to the body. Now the right hand of the body goes up top, barely misses. So there is a method to the madness. You're seeing Jimmy Montoya, his new trainer, and what he's doing, but a looping right hand by Carl Froch, and Kessler's down. But did he slip? They're calling this a slip.
That's intriguing. I thought there might be a right hand in there that sent him down. We'll see if he's hurt.
Froch is landing some big punches right now. He's countering Kessler. Kessler is leaning back. He's available for anything. He needs to take a step to the side and give Carl Froch some angles.
It's a really good point.
Remember, none of the fighters in the Super 6 have won on the road, and right now Carl Froch is making a very good case for himself here in the 5th round.
This is by far the best round either fighter has had in this fight.
Al, the confidence of Carl Froch.
Yeah,
it's something that's very interesting to watch.
It really is. He just doesn't believe he can lose. And the bigger question now is, will round 5 put seeds of doubt in the mind of Kessler? We'll see.
Oh, another crushing right hand by Froch. So relaxed, and that backed up Mikkel Kessler. Now Froch moving in. Kessler looks woozy. Kessler trying to deliver the can-opening right hand, inviting him into the party.
Again, Kessler is still leaning back. He needs to really get low as Froch is coming in.
Best round of the fight so far, gentlemen.
Listen, you're hurting him, you're breaking him down now. Don't blow it.
Listen, give me the one. Put that on. Get his nose. Get his nose. Okay, listen, you're not listening to me, Miko. You're doing your own little thing. Pull it out. You know what I mean? Well, do what I tell you. Can you hear me? You're staying in the middle. You're backing up.
Okay.
Here is where a right hand kind of glanced, the left hook. No punch did land. They tangled their feet, and referee Griffin made exactly the right call. That was not a knockdown. But that freight train right hand by Froch pushed Kessler back. It was one of many right hands that were landed in that round by Carl Froch.
And right now, Jimmy Montoya telling Kessler that he's backing straight back, and he's not listening.
And that's exactly what I was saying. And when you back straight back, you leave your head up, and your neck is right there on a swivel. You need to duck or either bend your body left or right in angles.
Kessler coming out, landing a right hand to start the 6th round. Now Kessler establishing his jab as well. But Froch just so relaxed, not pressed about anything from Kessler.
Kessler made the point that everybody makes when they see Carl Froch, that his hand speed is not impressive. Froch very sensitive to that. But I wonder now that they're in the ring if Kessler feels a little differently.
Well, he's definitely able to reach him. And what I would hate to watch tape of a guy like Froch, because you think this guy can't beat me. But when you get in the ring, it's a total different thing. He's so elusive in a really unorthodox way.
Froch, Al, looking more and